Got Claire Crawford on the line from the ozone.net. You got to join her right there in her podcast with Joe Dexter. Oh, hell no. And this is what that podcast name is all about. It's right here, right in front of us.
And that's what I was inspired by the rivalry. It's Joe and I do a special show every year. We have a ton of fun with it. My pal Joe Dexter is a diehard Buckeye fan who was born and raised in Michigan, and he's been repping Ohio State and enemy territory for a long time. He's no longer in Michigan, not in Ohio yet, but I'm a Buckeye through and through. So that's our favorite topic. Joe in particular likes to make fun of Brady Hoke, and we have a lot of fun with it.
I would love to hear Joe's conversion story of how he saw the light amidst all that darkness, how he somehow saw the light there up north.
He's a rebel. He's
just a rebel at heart.
He is.
All right, Claire Crawford from the ozone.net. And I'm not going to promise anybody out there anything in particular, especially for you people who probably just subscribe to my YouTube channel just to hear from Claire and nothing from me. And I'm sure there's many, and it's probably growing by the day. But maybe we'll find some time to get together again sometime later this week, because this game is that big. And again, if you understand college football and kind of the fabric of college football, if you don't, then maybe you're thinking, isn't Penn State better than Michigan? Wasn't that a bigger game? And I get it in terms of the standings and in terms of the level of play and in terms of Ohio State wrapping up the division and all of that. Forget that. Forget the records. You hear it all the time. Throw out the records. Yes, it actually does mean something. It's really cliche, and I hate to bring it up. But you can, again, fill in the blank for any rivalry. I can go through a number of rivalries across the country, but speaking directly to this one, take 1988. Ohio State was 4-6-1. This game was still enormous. Michigan had already punched its ticket to Pasadena in the Rose Bowl. This game still enormous. It goes beyond standings. It goes beyond even championships. Now, if there's a championship directly on the line, that adds a whole bunch to it. But this is what college football is all about, meeting your rival at the end of the season.
It is. And no matter how unbalanced the rivalry is, which I will slide that in right now, that the Buckeyes have won 13 of the last 15, it doesn't matter. And I know people outside of the rivalry or people outside looking in will say, oh, it doesn't mean anything anymore, but it's in your blood. It's not something that you can release. It's not something that you can get rid of. This is a special week for college football. It's a special week for Ohio State fans and for that team up north. It's really special. And if you're not part of it, then we'll welcome fans on the bandwagon.
Claire, I don't mean to correct you, but I think you're going to want me to correct you here. I think it's 13 out of 14.
Is it?
Well, Michigan won in 2003. So that's 04 through 16. That's whatever it is, 13 games.
True.
So maybe I'm off a couple years. So you're going back a few years before that, because I was just thinking Luke Fickell lost. But other than that, Jim Tressel from 04 through the end of his tenure, 2010, so his last 7. And Urban Meyer's, what, 5-0?
Yep.
So that's 12-1.
Mentioned that Jim Harbaugh is 0-2 against Ohio State. So
0-2. All right, Claire, keep yourself together. I know you have other things going on in life, but try to focus on a few other things here for the next several days.
Impossible. I've got my priorities straight. Buckeyes all week.
There you go. All right, Claire, it's always a good time.
Thank you again, Mark.
We'll talk to you soon.